All kinds of things are being spread. Smriti Irani, now inducted as the National Vice President of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Congratulations on your elevation and welcome to the News Hour debate, Smriti Irani. Good to see you tonight. Can you hear me?
Thank you.
Yes.
I can hear you now.
We have with us in the studio Kumar Ketkar, Abhishek Manu Singhvi joining us in a minute to take on Smriti Irani, and the political editor of Outlook magazine, Saba Naqvi, is also with us this evening. Saba, rather colourful expressions being used by the Congress Party.
I'm ready.
You are ready. Abhishek Manu Singhvi says he's ready. Mr. Singhvi, good evening and welcome.
I was telling you.
Yes, good evening and welcome. And since you have announced that you're ready, let me start the debate by asking you a simple question. Tell me, Mr. Singhvi, is Narendra Modi increasingly making the Congress Party nervous? Because any news about Narendra Modi, and immediately it seems that 3 or 4 Congress leaders come back to respond in many colourful ways. In fact, Kapil Sibal even called him an encounter specialist or something to that effect today. Why this kind of a reaction?
Narendra Modi has been around before 2004, and we have won 2 national elections and several other elections despite his presence. So please remove the word nervous from the political vocabulary of a party as old and as all India as the Congress. That's point 1. But yes, we are amused. We are a little, we find it a little funny, indeed comic and tragic, that you have starry-eyed Modism suddenly taking over the BJP at all levels. You have swooning over Modi. And Modi at the moment is at a stage where he has to cross the first of 3 concentric circles of acceptability. The first concentric circle is that within his party and is far from crossing that circle. Second is within the NDA, and third is for a popular mandate in the country. Now for a person who has so many circles to cross, people are swooning over each other to hitch their wagon to his, to hitch their star onto his wagon. I think we just find it a little amusing. Otherwise, of course, we are nobody to comment on whom you choose. You can decide to appoint all the Amit Shahs you want. You can decide to appoint all the Varun Gandhis you want. You can decide to appoint more people.
No, what do you mean by saying Amit Shahs you want? 1 minute. What do you mean by saying Amit Shahs? No, you are using...
Yes, I'll tell you.
You are using Amit Shah and Varun Gandhi as some kind of an adjective, not a pronoun. You are using their names as an adjective, not a pronoun. What do you mean by that?
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the approach of the BJP. No, Arnab, I'm not talking about the individuals. I'm talking about that in the heat of both of these gentlemen being in fairly serious cases, the BJP seeks to and decides to appoint them. Well, good luck to them. The BJP takes a conscious decision.
Varun Gandhi got acquitted, didn't he? Varun Gandhi got acquitted last week,
didn't he? Amit Shah is a former... Let me complete. Varun Gandhi has not got acquitted in all the cases. 2 cases are pending. The cases involve fairly hideous use of strong language. Mr. Amit Shah is far from acquittal. He has been accused of physical liquidation in an encounter case which in normal parlance is known as 302 murder. Now therefore, I think these are, for a person to take a chance on this, is for them to take the accountability and the responsibility. I'm not saying don't appoint them.
Smriti Irani.
It's something you have for the country to see.
Smriti Irani, you know, we had a very strong opening remarks from Abhishek Manu Singhvi. If I may hazard saying so, Dr. Singhvi, this is a harsher opening remark from you than I have seen in a long time, where you say you're both amused, etc., etc. But I particularly want, Smriti, for you to respond to the fact that it appears the Congress spokesperson tonight wants to remind you that Narendra Modi for the Congress Party represents a right-wing form of Hindu nationalist politics and not the governance agenda that he would like to push, or people like who he describes as, what was that? Starry-eyed Modiism would like to believe.
You know, Mr. Singhvi, who talks about the comedy and tragedy about how the BJP is functioning today, is so wrecked by the comedy and tragedy of it that he forgets that you hitch a wagon to a star, not a star to a wagon. May I finish, Dr. Singhvi?
Continue.
May I finish? I'm sure for Dr. Singhvi, it does not matter that Varun Gandhi was acquitted of all charges. You have, sir. You did announce very boldly on Times Now that you are ready. Well, here I come. You said that Varun Gandhi's acquittal by a court of law is absolutely no use when it comes to Dr. Singhvi. However, another Gandhi who is acquitted in a so-called preposterous rape charge is something that Dr. Singhvi will very gladly uphold anytime he wants to talk about how Congress leaders are viciously trapped in propaganda. Now, insofar as Mr. Modi goes, I think Dr. Singhvi has said that one cannot attribute the term nervous to how the Congress looks upon Mr. Modi's elevation or induction into the parliamentary board, and reminds us that they have fought the 2004 and the 2009 elections and have won. Well, I would like to, I'm sure Dr. Singhvi is aware of the fact that Narendra Modi's leadership has not been yet tested to fight any Lok Sabha election at the national level. Narendra Modi, under his leadership, has fought 3 successive elections in Gujarat and won them. In fact, the energetic leadership of the Congress party that Mr. Singhvi is totally beholden by was so energetic that it went completely missing in the last Gujarat State Assembly elections, thereby conceding defeat before the first vote was cast. So it's obvious, Arnab, that though Dr. Singhvi would presume that you are as Modi-eyed as I am, he will no way, I think, want to disregard the fact that Narendra Modi has won a successive and a popular mandate across a state, which Rahul Gandhi is yet to do.
Dr. Singhvi, you want a quick rebut, or should I continue and then you'd like to come back to respond to Smriti Irani later?
No, just an obvious rebut. Ms. Irani, as usual, is a little selective with the truth. She is not answering the question. There is a third case pending against Varun Gandhi. Please check your facts. And that's the only case I spoke about. And if anybody in this country thinks that the so-called preposterous rape charge, which Ms. Irani referred to, is in any manner connected with Rahul Gandhi, I think she must be in a minority of one to think that. And the Supreme Court has passed strictures in a final judgment. The case still pending against Varun Gandhi is the one she is not talking about. Number 2, everybody knows an objective fact that Modi is a 3-time chief minister. I was only answering Arnab's question about nervousness. Where is the question of being nervous when we have won national elections and formed the government twice with Mr. Modi campaigning
but if that is the case, if that is okay.
In Gujarat, so that's all there was to it. Thirdly, there is no doubt that there is starry-eyed Modism because there is a combination of certain personal ambition of certain leaders who have sought to hitch their star to the Modi wagon. And let me repeat, she didn't hear me correctly, I did say star to the wagon. Or there is also a feeling that you must polarize the country and try to see...
No, where's the polarization?
A large section out
No, where's the polarization?
Both in the BJP, both in the BJP, which comprises right-thinking people or liberal Hindus, and in the NDA, and certainly in the country, which believes that Modi magic, which the BJP blindly
Dr.
believes,
Singhvi,
some section of the BJP blindly believes,
Dr. Singhvi, the thrust of your argument tonight,
dumps.
Dr. Singhvi,
Yes.
the cut and thrust of your argument tonight is on using Varun Gandhi's name as an adjective, on pushing the Hindutva agenda, on saying that when Modi comes, there'll be a certain aspect of polarization. A question which the audience would also have is, what if Modi does none of the above? What if he pushes the governance agenda? What happens then? But Smriti, your response, and then I'm getting Kumar Ketkar and Savan Naqvi in.
Good.
Yes, Smriti wanted to respond. Quickly, counter rebut.
No,
Counter
I
rebut.
have been losing a lot of. I have been losing a lot of the audio while Dr. Singhvi was speaking on your channel. But I think I'll take off from what you have just said because I could not hear Dr. Singhvi while he was speaking. I will only say this, Arnab. I think the one thing that you are attributing to Narendra Modi is something that has been acknowledged worldwide, which is that today the example of good governance that has been set under his leadership in Gujarat is something which grudgingly even the Congress-led UPA has had to accept on many platforms. I'm sure Dr. Singhvi is aware of the fact that in many ministries of the government of India, the efforts of the state government of Gujarat have been applauded and rewarded. Insofar as what the future holds with regards to the BJP or India for that matter, I think you've very rightly judged that India today is seeking good governance and examples of good governance, thereby there is a popularity which has emerged about Narendra Modi, not only amongst BJP voters and supporters, but also amongst people across the political spectrum, which Dr. Singhvi might not acknowledge tonight, but it is a fact.
Saban Naqvi, is Modi versus Rahul a certainty to you?
Arnab, I don't think we should make it Modi versus Rahul right now, because Modi will be the fulcrum. If this step goes to the logical next step, that he will be the face of the BJP campaign, then all politics in India will revolve around that. A lot of the Congress strategy will be determined by that. It will not be a contest of equals, because Modi is a particular kind of a figure. So I'm not saying here that Rahul is less or whatever. I'm just saying Modi will be the point around which other politics will revolve. Congress strategies will be determined by that. Regional party strategies will be determined by that. And let me also say one thing. I'm somewhat baffled, because we knew for some months that Modi and Amit Shah are going to get into the team, but what we have today is for me, as somebody who knows this party for a long time, we have a very interesting trajectory here. Uma Bharati, who is associated with the Ayodhya movement, whose famous words were "Ek dhakka aur" when the masjid fell. Varun Gandhi, who makes a hate speech, which is, which we must remember that it was recorded, it was visibly shown around on, all over. Then, of course, besides that, you have Modi and Amit Shah at a time when Modi is supposed to be playing a development agenda. But what do we have here? You have the sort of Hindutva from the beginning of the BJP. And I'm also told that on April 6th, which is the BJP's foundation day, they're all going to Ahmedabad to celebrate it. It's usually done in Delhi. So I gather this. So
no, but a clear point made. Smriti wants to respond to you, but Kumar Ketkar, I want to come to you on this. Before we discuss how much Rahul Gandhi is to be exposed, or whether he's cushioned in some kind of an insulated, sequestered environment, do you agree with Sabha Naqvi's assessment that it is the hardcore Hindutva pushers of the BJP who've really been pushed forward, and this is a complete contradiction to the governance line that Narendra Modi has been putting
I think
forward?
they have pushed both the lines, governance as well as Hindutva, and they feel that there is no contradiction then. They also feel that Hindutva agenda and governance agenda go hand in hand. And so I don't think there is a contradiction in that, according to them, not from my point of view. And my point is, you asked Mr. Singhvi by saying that is Congress nervous. I don't know what is Congress nervous or not, but I can definitely tell you, after talking to the BJP leaders, not on your channel, on channel they will be of course gung-ho, but in private they are saying that they are nervous with Modi, because BJP cannot
They are nervous with you.
BJP is nervous about Modi being projected as the future.
Is this a minority view within the BJP that you are putting forward?
I'm not referring to Govindacharya. If you talk to the BJP leaders, as all journalists and reporters keep talking to BJP leaders in private, they are nervous because they feel Modi is growing larger than RSS, larger than
Then
BJP.
why was he not stopped?
Why was he not stopped? They have not announced, and finally
but they put him as part of the National Parliamentary Board.
That much they can do, and they will not announce his name for the Prime Minister's post, because they know that it will not only upset the so-called NDA allies, it will upset the BJP leadership itself. And that they are aware.
Which BJP leadership? You have the BJP president.
But on channels, how will they say they are nervous?
You have the BJP.
On channels, they will not say they are nervous. In private, they are saying they are nervous. And the BJP leadership is more worried about
Smriti wants to come back
than about NDA allies.
Smriti, please, responding to you. Smriti.
Starry-eyed Modism. That's the precise meaning of starry-eyed Modism.
Arnab.
Yeah.
Mr. Kumar Ketkar on your channel tonight is attributing so-called off-the-record conversations. I would like to challenge him. Name the BJP leader that you so indulge in gossip about.
No, we journalists observe some ethics. We journalists observe some ethics when something is off the record. If something is off the record, Smriti, even if you tell me something off the record, I will observe the morality of journalism. There is something called ethics of journalism.
Anything off the record, sir, because I have the courage to speak what I want to speak.
It's not a question of courage, it's a question of ethics.
Okay, so tonight you are attributing conspiracy theories to so-called unknown persons, and you want the viewers of Newshour to take every word that you have said as the ideology, strategy, or the thought process that is encompassing the
Actually,
BJP
the
tonight.
schizophrenia that BJP is suffering from, is clear, because they have not been able to determine whether the agenda is Ayodhya or the agenda is governance.
You use the word schizophrenic. Coming from a man who's hatching some conspiracy theories on Newshour tonight, I think the less said about your talent about hatching conspiracy theories.
I'm not hatching any conspiracy theories.
I'm just saying. Sabha said, can I? You are saying vehemently that what we will decide in the future, who we will project
I am
in the
telling you, you
future.
will not decide on
Tell me,
PM's
are you a part
candidature
of the BJP parliamentary board? Are you telling me you're a part of the BJP parliamentary board?
I am
sir?
not.
Okay, gentlemen,
Are you
truce.
telling me
Okay,
you are
what-
But it's
BJP
not a question of
bearer?
being part.
No, no, what-
I am
I
a
don't think
journalist.
authority. We're not-
I am a journalist and I keep
Under
talking
what
to people.
authority
We are not going to
And
say
I
the
know that the
BJP.
BJP
This is-
leadership is afraid,
Sir, I
is
have
nervous.
known journalists
No,
to spin
she's-
lies through
Smriti,
articles.
Smriti.
So please pardon me
Smriti.
if the words that you speak tonight
Smriti.
are deemed dishonest.
Smriti, let's move on from this. I
Let
don't
me
think
just-
you and Kumar
let
Ketkar
me
will
just
agree
talk
on this.
about what Sabha has said.
My question- my question to Abhishek
I'm not
Singhvi.
here to agree.
No, my question to
I'm not
Abhishek
here
Singhvi
to
before I
agree
come
with
back to you.
Mr. Ketkar or pander to him.
I fine.
would like
Point
to
is-
also highlight what Sabha has said.
I will come to
with
that.
regards to celebration on the 6th of April in Ahmedabad. Last I checked, Sabha, Ahmedabad and Gujarat was very much a part of India. If the national president of the BJP wants to be a part of the celebrations in Gujarat, I don't see why he should be dissuaded from
Response,
the same.
Sabha.
If the national president of the BJP celebrates it in Delhi also, I don't know why you find the breaking news phenomena attached
No,
to
I
that
have no
celebration.
issues.
I will only say this. No. I will only say this, that this particular team which has been formed yesterday and declared is a team which reflects the youth power, the women power and the various leadership from various states who have contributed to the BJP strength and growth and who have been brought together under the leadership of the BJP President Rajnath Singh to ensure that we succeed in Mission 2014. Instead of indulging in political crystal ball gazing, I am of
That's
the
it.
opinion,
But
wait
Smriti,
for the verdict of 2014 to come.
Smriti, it's not crystal
To
ball
decide
gazing. With all
whether
respect,
the
no,
BJP
Smriti, it's not
strategy
crystal
works,
ball gazing. It's not crystal ball
whether our
gazing.
strategies work or not.
She has absolute right, Sabha has, to interpret the Ahmedabad meeting in the way that she
She has
wants. You want to
absolute
respond?
right and she
One minute.
indulges it in often.
Let her respond,
I'm
please.
not denying that.
Let her respond, please.
No.
Sabha.
Arnab, it's
Can
Modi gazing.
Can I,
not
I
crystal
mean,
ball
you
gazing.
know, I
It's
agree
Modi
with,
gazing.
I have no disagreement with Smriti that Ahmedabad is part of India and they're welcome to do it. I'm just highlighting it is significant if the BJP president is doing the National Day, which always happens in Delhi, is going to Ahmedabad to do it. It's as a journalistic, I'm not critiquing it. Free to do it anywhere, you know. However, I feel, and here this is a point that I'm making to Smriti, I'm not attacking her. This is a point that should we not look at the history, at the associations of the people who get into the new team, and should we not ask? And I'm wondering whether this is all Modi wanted himself and Amit Shah. This is the Rajnath twist to put in Uma Bharti, to put in Varun Gandhi is significant because it's linked to UP, and which is the state which Rajnath Singh knows. So we are looking at a charged election in the Hindi
Smriti, you are going to have
which
to-
you mentioned
we-
today. You know,
point is
And
taken.
We are looking at that. That is what I want.
The debate, however, tonight is not just about Modi. The debate is about Rahul Gandhi. My question to Abhishek Manu Singhvi is this. Since becoming Vice President, Dr. Singhvi, since you use all terms, Modi gazing, Modi obsession, Modi mania, etc., why don't you talk about Rahul Gandhi? You seem to be very keen to talk about Narendra Modi. Since becoming Vice President of the Congress Party, Rahul Gandhi has had a series of meetings with party men in a highly insulated, sequestered environment. When will Rahul Gandhi come out and address a larger audience in an open environment and talk about hard political issues? When will he do that? Why does Rahul Gandhi not speak, for example, when the DMK, the largest ally of the Congress party, leaves the UP alliance?
Arnab, 2 or 3 quick points. First of all, although I will answer your question, I don't think there is any equation which is sought to be drawn on the day or the day after the BJP makes their appointments, including Modi. You bring in Rahul Gandhi. This is a discussion
No,
about
it's a
the
question
BJP
we are
appointments
asking,
and not
that will
Rahul.
the Congress field Rahul
Second,
more
no, that's all
aggressively?
right. I'll answer your question. I'm
Yes.
not running away from the question. No, I'm answering. I'm
But
just
Rahul
saying
is Vice
the
President
equation
of the
is a
Congress
journalist
party
made
after
equation.
all.
At the moment, the changes. No, we are certainly going to discuss him. I'm just saying yesterday what happened was not in the Congress, it happened in the BJP. Varun Gandhi or Uma Bharti or Modi or whoever else appointed in the BJP. Number 2, I think you've been missing Rahul Gandhi's several huge statements, long speeches, rallies, addresses, whether at Jaipur or in Uttar Pradesh or in the Bihar campaign. So his views have been articulated a number of times.
Really?
Thirdly, it is obvious that after becoming vice president, like a person who wants to do his homework first before making grandiose announcements, unlike certain other persons,
No, are you saying?
he has gone.
Are you saying every
state
Congress
by
leader,
state, item by item,
every Congress leader who speaks on hard political issues has not done his homework?
And 1 minute. No. Let me complete. He is now, having done that, making up his mind, and you are slowly now seeing the consequence of that discussions by appointments. You've had Punjab.
No,
and,
I'm not talking
Bihar
about
now,
your internal
and there is
issues.
doubt
No,
in the
I'm not
next 2
talking
weeks
about the
you'll
Congress
have that.
party internal
And
issues.
Fourthly,
I am asking you.
let me complete. Let me answer your question. This decision making, this inputting, this discussion, this dialogue can't be held, as you call it, in public gaze. What you can have in public gaze is the outcome of it. What you will have in public gaze, for example, is Rahul Gandhi's speech at the CII shortly.
Sir, I'm not talking about a CII speech.
At Jaipur.
I am not talking about a CII
So
speech. No, Dr. Singhvi. Dr.
What else do you want?
Dr. Singhvi, I'm telling you, I'm not asking for a CII speech. I am simply asking the question everyone's
What is it that
asking
you're
today,
asking
that
for?
1 second. Rahul Gandhi Uttar Pradesh campaign took a decision, I am fighting the Uttar Pradesh election. He addressed 200 rallies. He covered 3,500 kilometers, right?
Yeah.
The Congress party came in the fourth place with a 13.22% vote share. My question is simple. Has
Right.
the experience of
Absolutely
making
right.
himself the face of the
Yes.
campaign, 1 second, singed Rahul Gandhi so much
Yes.
that he will want to keep a back seat while being vice president of the Congress party? And
the
Smriti
contrary-
wants to come in, but answer my question
On the contrary,
first.
if you were right, Arnab, on the contrary, if you were right, Rahul Gandhi would have chosen the soft spots. He would have chosen carefully states where the Congress was already doing well and was bound to win. Here is a man who goes up front like a true general with his soldiers, goes to the most difficult Congress states. It's an open secret that we are troubled about. Just
So
one
that's
minute,
all
please
right.
let
That's
me
the
now
internal
answer.
Congress certificate.
He goes to UP. He goes to Bihar. He goes to Bihar. What so if he loses? It's
So-
not a question of he losing. It's a question of having structural problems in UP. And certainly, he is not the kind who's deterred by it. He said that he's going to be there for the long
No,
run.
so where is-
And you are finding an upswing. You are finding an increase consistently. It's all right. We came fourth. We're not denying that. It's all right.
It's not
that we're
about coming
Bihar.
forth. It's
Whoever
about
will
the
happen
approach.
next. But
It's
the
about the
point is,
approach.
he's like a
It's-
leader who goes
No,
up
it's-
front.
it's
he
not
doesn't
about-
go for the easy ones.
But Dr. Singhvi, it's not about coming forth. It's about the approach. This approach seems to be a different kind of approach. I don't know. Like I asked Manish Tiwari earlier today, can you name one Congress leader who led the Congress, was number 1 or number 2 in the Congress, who kept a detached silence on hard political issues?
No,
and
I'll
I'm
tell
not
you.
talking about a CII speech, sir.
I'll tell you.
You know what I'm talking about, sir.
Two things. One is, at least give us the credit that if you talk of Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, it was the same Rahul Gandhi and the same Sonia Gandhi who were also our leaders in the 2004 and the 2009 incumbent election. How many governments in the recent past have repeated an incumbency at the national level? So don't only talk of two. Number two is very quickly. What about who's the leader? Well, I don't think we are in the Congress in the habit of casting ourselves in somebody else's mold. We don't have a habit of having chief
No, you are
ministerial
saying-
or prime ministerial candidates announced like a presidential election.
No, then-
so we find
then-
it
then who is your prime
Our
ministerial
evidence is
candidate?
after the election.
No,
now,
what-
if you think
No.
that's a group of anonymous people who are not leaders, that's your thinking. But that's not the truth. We've had leaders and chief ministers made after we win.
Sir,
That's not
Rahul
right.
Gandhi
That's
Rahul Gandhi made his political debut in 2004. He was appointed General Secretary in 2006. There have been Bihar, Punjab, West Bengal, Uttar
Yes.
Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Goa, Tamil Nadu and Gujarat elections after that. So it's not, I'm not.
And there have been national elections where he's campaigned across the country. Where he's campaigned across the country for the last 10 years or 9 years. You forget that. There have been state elections where we have won, where he has campaigned.
So did you win the 2009
Himachal,
elections
Maharashtra
because of
3
Rahul
times,
Gandhi?
Delhi 3 times, Andhra Pradesh, I can also cite Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra, Himachal, Haryana, Delhi, and 2 national elections. You win, lose, you win some, you lose some.
Now
You
on the-
don't call a person a failed leader on a one-person basis. The whole Congress party has lost in those states. He has the courage to go and bite the bullet. up front.
Smriti's response
What's
to
the
that.
problem?
Now we are discussing Rahul Gandhi and not Modi. Smriti Irani's response. She raised her hand earlier, coming to you, Sabha, in Kumar Ketkar at a time. Yes, Smriti Irani. This is a detached approach, and
No,
you will
I was
have.
just trying to,
Yes. Go ahead.
I just heard Dr. Singhvi say that tonight's debate is about Modi and what happened in the BJP yesterday and not about Rahul Gandhi. Last I checked, your debate did include, the topic of conversation did include what about Rahul Gandhi or what about his performance or his contribution or what the future holds for him. I think Dr. Singhvi is extremely correct. What Rahul Gandhi does within his organization is his business. But while Dr. Singhvi accuses me of being Modi-eyed and the general that he so idealizes on your channel tonight, and he talks about biting the bullet and taking on all the tough fights, I would like to remind him that the general refused to lead the army in the Gujarat State Assembly elections. In fact, left the army to fend for itself, knowing that there was a tough challenge ahead in the name of Narendra Modi. But I think what you're saying tonight, Arnab, is extremely important with regards to the CII speech. What that leader speaks at the CII convention or event, I think what people of the nation want is to go beyond words, is to look at what can you deliver on ground. And when it comes to deliverables on the issues of development, I think there is absolutely no debate in this country that Narendra Modi under his leadership has delivered on the issues of development.
So then why don't we, Smriti, why don't we make Karnataka the index?
I would like to remind you.
Why don't we make Karnataka the index?
I would like to remind you that Narendra Modi was responsible for fighting the elections in Gujarat only.
No, one second.
So, if you are trying to compare...
You see, one second.
Yes.
One second, Smriti. You see, your charge against Rahul Gandhi for a long time has been, and I want to get Kumar Ketkar and Sabha also on.
My statement on your channel tonight is very clear. What Rahul Gandhi done is...
No. I am talking about the BJP's position.
He's free to do what he wants.
No. What has been the BJP's position on Rahul Gandhi? It has been that Rahul Gandhi is given the credit for victories he does not deserve and does not take the blame for losses that he is responsible for. Tonight, that question can be turned. If Narendra Modi magic is such a magical factor, then it should work in the state of Karnataka.
Can I?
No, one sec. It should work in the state of Karnataka. Kumar Ketkar wants to...
Any announcement been made about... Has any announcement been made on behalf of the BJP as to who is in charge about conducting elections in Karnataka?
No. I'm talking about the pull factor. If he's the most popular leader, if he has an effect on the voter, especially the urban voter, take up the challenge in Karnataka.
In fact, Rajnath Singh said he is the most popular leader in the BJP today.
Rahul Gandhi is being charged by you, Arnab.
One second.
Rahul Gandhi is being charged by you, Arnab, tonight of having taken charge in UP and Bihar and not delivered, which Mr. Singhvi has very ably defended on your channel tonight.
I am asking the question on Karnataka, Smriti.
Has the BJP made announcements about who is in charge of conducting or strategizing for the Karnataka election?
No, but why would your most popular leader not be exposed in a difficult election, Kumar Ketkar?
Why would you conclude? Hence, how can you conclude, or why would you conclude?
No, Mr. Rajnath Singh said Rajnath Singh Smriti said on channel that Mr. Modi is the most popular leader of the BJP, most popular leader in the country today, and that's why he has been included, and therefore Modi is automatically a campaigner in Karnataka also. So why should we be afraid of that? And the more important point is, why should we...
Mr. Ketkar,
nobody is questioning Modi's performance in Gujarat, and also you must remember, Smriti, you must remember, Rahul Gandhi
articulated at least what I heard that Rahul Gandhi was in charge of conducting and taking charge of elections in UP.
No, that was his comment. My point is, if he is a national leader,
there's a difference between
if Modi is a national leader,
charge and strategizing.
If Modi is a national leader, automatically he is also
and fight a state assembly elections.
It's not a question of assembly or India. If he is the most popular leader in the BJP at the national level, automatically he is responsible for what happens in Karnataka.
If found anything good to say about the BJP, and I will reiterate it on your channel tonight.
You haven't answered my question on Karnataka with all respect. With all respect,
I have answered your question.
No, you're not. You're not answered my question.
Absolutely clearly.
My question
is... Yes, Mr. Ketkar, I have.
My question is... No, Smriti, Rani, one second. Smriti, I don't think you're completely... Because, you see, in politics, the whole business is you have a challenge, you take the challenge, you face it, you accept it, you take responsibility, and you have faith in your political magic, you win.
Yes.
Right? So my question, Sabha, is it a completely irrelevant question that the Modi magic should then also work in Karnataka? And if it works in Karnataka, and if it defies the infighting of the BJP, then several people will turn around and tell you that the Narendra Modi magic works outside Gujarat. For the first time, nobody will be able to accuse you. Even Dr. Singhvi can't accuse you then of having the Modi factor work only in Gujarat. Before you respond, Sabha, what do you think? Is it an irrelevant question I'm asking tonight?
No, Arnab, the way I understand it, the sign of great leadership, which we have not seen in this country for a while, is that you go and you fight a losing battle. You don't sort of just fight a choreographed area where you're strong.
Choreographed.
And I'm not suggesting that, I'm not suggesting that. So it would be because the reports that I've read have said that Modi is reluctant to go to Karnataka. He doesn't want to campaign there because it's a losing election for the BJP. And Modi is a master of imagery and projecting himself nationally. And he has done a very good job of it so far after the third victory in Gujarat. So it would be very, very important to see whether Mr. Modi goes all out and projects and fights for a very tough contest that the BJP faces in Karnataka.
Yeah,
it would
because
be important
Karnataka
is
is
a sign
the
of his leadership.
Yeah, absolutely correct.
It's the gateway to the south. Absolutely. You don't just go to winning places and choreograph set places.
And at a time when you're being described as a Hindi heartland party, at a time when you're being described as a Hindi heartland party.
Now Gujarati heartland party.
No, one sec. That's your view, not mine. At a time when you were described as a Hindi heartland party, here's the opportunity, Smriti.
Mr. Ketkar, what about?
Respond,
I
Ms.
think
Smriti.
that, Sabha, on a lighter vein, your eloquence about Mr. Modi tonight on News Hour might just misguide Dr. Singhvi to call you Modiite as well. Insofar as the mark of leadership and great leadership by accepting that yes, challenges lie ahead of us. I'm not denying that challenges lie ahead of us with regards to Karnataka. I'm not denying that as a unit or as a team or as a national parivar, we need to focus on those challenges and overcome them. But I think as any political activist or any political analyst will agree with me tonight, that there is a big difference between campaigning for an election and helping conduct an election by being a part of the strategic team. BJP has not formally announced who shall be in charge of the campaign in Karnataka, who shall... Can I?
Why would you not feel? No, why would you not feel your most popular? Why would you not? 1 minute, Smriti. Why would you tell me one thing? Why would you not feel? After my interjections, why would you not feel?
Have I got the opportunity to finish or not?
You have made your point, I understand. But please explain, because you're limited time, answer one thing. Please just tell me, you can rebut this. Sabha is saying today there is a buzz that Narendra Modi is going to avoid the Karnataka election. Now, can you tell me whether Narendra Modi will spearhead the Karnataka election as your most popular Chief Minister?
And Mr. Ketkar,
named so by Rajnath Singh.
I have Sabha Naqvi and Kumar Ketkar on your channel tonight. Presume a lot of things on behalf of the BJP and sell it to your audience as if they are the holy cow of Indian politics and BJP. Well, let me say as the one person on your channel tonight who is from the BJP, that allow my national president to make the announcement as to how the Karnataka election will be fought. I am not denying that challenges lie ahead of us. And this is exactly why an extremely strong team was announced yesterday.
No, you have not answered my question.
But for you to reach conclusions
No conclusions drawn.
I have answered your question.
No conclusions drawn.
I have answered your question.
Abhishek Manu Singhvi raises his hand. We have 1 minute on the debate. I go across to the Congress.
You are telling me to supersede... You are telling me to supersede the right of my party.
You know something.
To pick and choose how an election
you
is
know
to be
something.
fought.
You know something,
Just
Smriti.
so that I can satisfy Sabha's and Mr. Ketkar's point of view.
Smriti, I have been accused for the last decade and a half of trying to think on behalf of the Congress Working Committee and the BJP Parliamentary Party. But like all good journalists, we will continue to do that, because if we don't do that, we will not be doing our job. Abhishek Singhvi wants to respond to you, please. Yes, Abhishek Singhvi.
I haven't.
No, I just want to make one comment about a double contradiction here. I want to make one comment about a double contradiction. On the one hand, I have said very openly that Rahul Gandhi took responsibility for a number of states where he campaigned, which he chose as weak, structurally weak Congress states, never ran away from it. Like a true leader, he faced it irrespective of outcome, as Sabha put it, not a choreographed battle on a soft battlefield. On the other hand, I am willing to wager a bet that in the last reshuffle yesterday, the first challenge to a person who pretends or wants to be a mass leader for the prime ministerial post, Narendra Modi, his first challenge is Karnataka. I am prepared to wager a bet that he will not take up that campaigning leadership. That's the essence of your question. And it's no use answering that essence of the question by saying that Rajnath Singh has not made Narendra Modi the ground level leader of the Karnataka campaign. That's not the question at all. The question is, let him go and lead the battle from the front, and then take the bad with the good, the loss with the win, and let us see how his magic works.
Oh,
That's his
counter
first
challenge
step
tonight.
after being
Interesting.
appointed.
Counter challenge tonight. Take up the challenge
That's a
in
double
Karnataka,
contradiction.
and the Congress
That's a
wagering a
counter
bet that Modi will not take up the Karnataka challenge.
And it's not
Can
only
I-
political challenge, it's
can
also
I-
marketing skills challenge, which Modi seems to have, developed expertise in it. All the Modi's marketing agencies are working for promoting him. Let us see whether he can market himself and the BJP in Karnataka. If that works out well, then he is a perfect marketing director for
Well,
the BJP.
if he wins Karnataka, then
If
he's
he
not a
wins
marketing
Karnataka,
director.
He's the
a success.
finest marketing director in the country
No,
for the BJP.
if he wins
Karnataka,
if he wins,
I'm saying that.
As a leader, to take the risk of losing Karnataka.
Take the
I am
risk
saying
of
as
losing-
a leader, he should have the courage
Exactly.
and the risk to lose Karnataka up front. That's the
well,
second
if he
point.
wins Karnataka, Mr. Ketkar, he's not a market. Then if he wins Karnataka, even you as his critic will have to acknowledge that there is a Modi factor that you're not accepting. But today, 3 or 4
Yes.
times the Karnataka issues come up. Right? So Smriti will have to answer in the last 30 seconds of this debate. Yes, Smriti, all yours.
Oh, I admire how everyone on your channel tonight is salivating of dragging Modi onto a battle.
Why
which
dragging?
He has already announced that he will. Can I, Arnab? At least don't behave like Mr. Ketkar with me. Let me finish.
Sorry, Smriti.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Mr.
Continue, please
Dr.
continue.
Singhvi has
Continue.
challenged me to a bet tonight on national TV. Well, Dr. Singhvi, let this
Yes.
be said. Our generals will not run away from a fight like yours did in the Gujarat election. I hope that you are assured,
Let's
at
see.
least by this much that I say tonight, that the collective strength of the BJP will ensure that we will win Karnataka once again. And I'm sure we will be on this channel yet again with all daggers drawn to talk about how the Karnataka strategy went, good or bad. I'm sure we'll be there for that discussion as well. But at
I'm
the end of the
venturing
day,
a bet,
Arnab,
Arnab.
the one question that you
Arnab.
started with, tonight, or not a question in fact, a statement, is that is the Congress nervous about Narendra Modi? I think by articulating the way Dr. Singhvi did on your channel tonight, it is absolutely clear.
Well, I
Narendra
think-
Modi gives the Congress sleepless nights.
Well, the question
Arnab,
is...
just as you end, Arnab,
Yes,
I am
yes.
prepared to wager a double bet now with 2 witnesses, and let you decide whether
What's the bet?
what amount Smriti will pay
Two
me after
witnesses
she
who have
loses
off the
both the
record
bets.
conversations.
Or perhaps takes me up. The debate number, the bet number 1, that Modi will not project himself as even a minor campaigner in Karnataka.
Okay.
And bet number 2, that BJP will lose
So
Karnataka.
will Rahul Gandhi
miserably.
project himself?
And you decide the stakes.
Or will you,
no, we are
or
making
will
a
you
bet
fight
only
it
on
under
last
the
2
leadership
points.
of Manmohan
Don't
Singh,
expand the
Dr.
debate.
Singhvi?
Well, you know what? We'll wait
Why
for
not?
Karnataka.
Are you
We'll wait for Karnataka and Mr. Kumar Ketkar. One sec, Mr. Kumar Ketkar,
change the
immediately
subject.
you can reveal your source if you want to at the end of this conversation. Call Smriti
And by
Irani
the
and
way,
inform her.
I will not
Arnab,
betray my source.
I'm
I am a
sure-
journalist. I
I'm
will
sure
not
the
betray my
senior
source.
lawyer on your
Ladies
panel
and gentlemen,
I think
ladies and gentlemen, caught in the middle of this extremely amiable conversation. Thank you very much for joining me on debate number 1 on the News Hour tonight.